Hi there and welcome to my video tonight. My name is Paula Reid and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator going by the name of Yellow Bear Stamping. Yesterday was Father's Day here in New Zealand and I was on Kids Church yesterday and I thought, well, I would share the project that we made for the fathers, which also inspired me for tonight's make. So let's switch down. So I was helping for Kids Church and we did a couple of different craft things for the children. And this was the card that they made for their dad. And I was preparing it during the week and I thought of another card option using in the style of a shirt. So that's the one that we're going to make. But this one was really easy. And I found it on Pinterest. So it's a standard card. So say your standard card base, and it's actually, you have the fold on the side here, and you cut in, it was about 1 inch in on either side and down by about 1.5 inches, and then fold them, the bits in, to become the collar of the shirt. And then they had actually used on the card that I saw on Pinterest the bow pasta, and they had coloured it and used that as the bow. But I've still got the good old bow punch, so I made bows and then just used a circle punch and cut out dots for the buttons. You can make a bow with a envelope punch board, or you could find a template and just cut one out and make it. So the kids really enjoyed that. So there was another, a different colour combination. So, and then you just cut. So once you've cut those bits, you just trim off this bit here. And then we gave the children a piece of paper to write their message to Dad, and then they could stick it on the inside. So as I was preparing those, I thought of another shirt card that I have done many years ago. So I thought I would do that with you guys tonight, or whenever you're watching today. Leave me a comment as you join. So this I've got here is a piece of designer series paper that measures 4 inches by 6 inches, and I've just remembered I need my trimmer. I was a bit silly, forgot that vital part. So I've already scored it just because it's trying to get the paper trimmer in the camera. So you want to score it 1 inch on either side, and so once you've done that, I'll just put that down on my lap because there's not enough room. Then you want to fold in those. So I like this paper. It was sort of like a denim. I thought that'd be great for Dad, and you don't see the back side of the paper at all, so that's fine. So you're just going to fold those in. And I think this was called country lace. It's on the last chance list at the moment. Give it a really good burnish with your bone folder, and then bring back my trimmer, and we're going to use the scoring, and just at one end we score 1/2 inch. So that is this one here. Hopefully you can see that. And we're going to give that, just give it a good score backwards and forwards. Then we're going to turn it over so that you've got the folded bits on the back, and then we want that like that, and then you want to give that a really good burnish. Okay, So then we're going to turn it over this way. So you've now got your opening bit facing you. And you want to bring, excuse me, bring that in there like that. Is it going to be enough? And then, because you've got a few layers of DSP, it just takes a little bit of wriggling to get it so that it's fine. And then we're going to just burnish that. And then bring that bit up and pop it in. You can just see a little bit of my pink, but I think that's going to be fine. Okay, and then give that another good burnish. And there is your sort of like the shape of your shirt. Just to turn my instructions over. Now then you're going to open it back out again. And we're going to now be making the sleeve of the shirt. So I'll just double check that I've got that. Just give that another. I want that really a good fold. So then you're going to open it up and just do that. Give that a burnish, and then I'm going to do the other side as well. I'll put that up that way, it might be a bit easier for I think that, oops, no, one of them's, so I need this one to come back a bit, I think. Yeah, that's it. So you want those bits to there to be even. And then we fold that back up and under the collar. Oops, why isn't that sitting properly? There. And there is our shirt. So how cool is that? And I'm not too worried about the little bit on the side, because sometimes on a man's polo shirt sort of thing, that you do have a little bit of colour on the edge. So there is our shirt. Now I did Google and to find out what colour buttons that I should be putting on my shirt, and I have gone with the neutral matte dots, because I thought I didn't want white, but they sort of are okay. So I'm going to just bring this one up so it's not right at the bottom. And I might just use because I forgot my, here we go. I'll just move that one over a bit. And then pop one in the middle, round roughly. And then one in the middle of that. And one in the middle of that. So my shirt has got five buttons. There we go. And so there is our finished shirt. Now I'm going to pop it on, and I have just, yeah, it is. It's a great way to use up your papers. So that was the inspiration, which was from Kids Church yesterday. Whoop, better put them in the camera. And so yeah, so I thought, right, well, my one's not going to have a bow tie on it, but we'll do a shirt. Now I have used for my embossing folder, the plaid embossing folder, which is one of my go-tos. It's just really good. And I'm just going to put some bit more liquid glue, and I'm using, my base is Misty Moonlight, which I don't use a huge amount, and I thought, right, I'm going to use that one with the colour of my shirt. And then this is Basic Beige. So I felt that white was just a little bit stark. And then I'll just pop. So you don't see the other side of the paper, so it's quite good. So we'll just put lots of glue on here. Let's put a bit out to the end here. And then we're just going to pop that on there, and there is our shirt on the card. And then I've just heat embossed Happy Birthday in black on a bit of the Misty Moonlight, and this is one of my go-to dies from the Delightful Wishes. And then we'll just pop that on there, and there is our masculine card. So I hope you've enjoyed that. So it's a 4x6 piece of designer series paper, and I found the instructions from, I've had them for years, and they were from a Cambria Turnbow who had done up a little tutorial. So I'll see whether I can either find a link to it or pop it up. But yeah, so there's that, and then here's another one that I made using the corrugated embossing folder, and I felt that white was okay on for the background, for the matte, for the base rather, and I've used the Misty Moonlight as my matte, and just again done the heat embossing just as a sort of like, just adds a bit of texture as well, rather than it just being a flat ink. So I really like that. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Something a little bit different for masculine cards. But great either way of using the card base or with the DSP. So hope you've enjoyed that, and have a great evening, and we'll catch you again next week. And I will be putting this video up on my YouTube channel as soon as I have finished. Have a great evening. Thanks. Bye.